Don't worry, be happy. Your genes may thank you for it.
I might too. That's great.
But what is real happiness? Does it count if you're popular and have a lot of material things?
Sure. That counts for something.
Yeah, but is there a difference if you see the cup half full and feel good from helping others? Well, researchers show that there is a difference in the types of happiness and the different effects that they have on our genes.
That's amazing. Although we really shouldn't be too surprised because we know that what we think affects our biochemistry and physiology profoundly. And lots of studies on that.
I kind of think that it all counts, you know?
It does. I mean, if you're happy, that's nice and you feel good. But what these researchers found, and this was a study that was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science in July of 2013 out of UCLA and University of North Carolina, they found that if you had positive thinking, meaning that if you had thinking where you're trying to do something good for someone else, like Mother Teresa might have done, or is different from the kind of thinking where you're thinking about, I just made a killing, I got lots of money and I've got lots of power now, and I feel good about that.
So how does it affect our immune system?
Much differently. Our antibodies don't seem to form as well. We don't have protection against viral infections as well. Good chance that that'll have effect on a lot of other diseases.
I've got an idea. So if somebody's sick and you're taking care of them because you're doing something good, you're less likely to catch it.
That's probably true. The other thing you're less likely to have is inflammation, because we found also those people that had more narcissistic satisfaction were people who were getting the inflammation, as opposed to the other group, which had a reduction in inflammation. So this is amazing.
You know, there are a lot of women that when they're down in the dumps, they like to go shopping because it makes them feel better. But it sounds like, according to this study,
shopping for somebody else.
They should go shopping for somebody else.
Buy somebody else a present.
Well, or to do something nice for somebody else, because nothing really does lift you up as much as doing something for somebody else. That's what makes you feel good.
Yeah, well, we may, as human beings, be structured in a way that we're geared to do better if we're more giving. Because if we have a better or stronger immune system, we have less inflammation, that would select out for people to be the ones that are the givers as the ones that will be able to survive in our culture and in our environment the longest.
Well, think about when you're a parent and it's Christmas or it's Easter or whatever the holiday is, Hanukkah, so forth, and you're giving your children gifts or you're doing things for them this way. Doesn't that make you feel good? I mean,
yeah.
I have a lot more joy in watching our grandchildren or our children opening their gifts than I do opening my own. Maybe because I don't get as many anymore. But, but no, really, I'm much more interested in watching them react to what I gave them.
Oh, me too. It's the same way in life. You know, as a doctor, the biggest satisfaction I get is to help somebody who might not be able to be helped if it wasn't for me. And a lot of the time, it's because they can't afford the services. And so I just make it possible for them to be able to get the services they need because it makes me feel good. I know I'm doing the right thing, and it does a wonderful thing for somebody else.
Well, I think it just counts like that in a lot of ways in life.
Just well, you were like that
reaching
too.
out and doing a little bit more than what's expected. It makes you feel good.
Exactly. So don't worry, be happy for the right reasons.
But what about stress? Like, how does stress affect us then? How
Well,
does
that's
that
a
affect
downer.
our genes?
We know that. When we're under stress, there are a lot of studies that have been done that show that short-term stress actually heightens our ability to respond to things, but long-term stress, 2, 3, 4 weeks or longer, it starts to wear on our immune system, it wears on inflammation, and the outcome is a terrible outcome. So we need to resolve our stress. So this whole business about does our attitude affect our genes is true. And because we're programmed, at least ideally, to get the most out of doing good things, maybe we're ready to make that jump in how we run our communities, how we run our country, so that we're more apt to want to give rather than take, to participate in community events, and see the U.S. become the country it once was.